And welcome back, folks. It is I, Kamikaze, here to bring you some more of the Somnium Files. Where we last left off was... I have no idea. I ended up going on to the next day. Even though I said I would do it all in one day. I have failed you.
And I discovered something. Something about the new Cyclops serial killings. Apart from Ota, there are 4 victims. Shoko Nadami, Renju Okiura, Iris Sagan.
That's right, Iris is dead.
And So Sejima. Who was responsible for these murders? Shoko was stabbed by Renju with an ice pick. Renju was strangled to death by Iris.
But why,
So
Iris?
cut open Iris's body. But who shot So? It was you. In other words, all of these murders were committed by different people. There wasn't just one killer. That's how it looks on the surface, anyway. But that's not the truth, is it? There's only one culprit. One person. And that person is...
Must have been Iris.
Yes, you. The person in front of me right now.
You're blaming the commander of Abyss for this?
Former commander.
No, not Boss. The person inside Boss's head.
Wait, what? Split personality?
Can you at least try to make sense?
Why did she just, like, jerk around like a fucking robot?
Alright, I'll explain. You know about the abandoned chemical plant in Kawasaki? There's a prototype sync machine there.
Wait. Are you telling me that someone was jumping from body to body to body? Killing people continuously? Just switching bodies, then killing the previous person?
You use that device to swap around bodies one by one.
In other words, the entire egg ends up being replaced.
I... Um...
Mind, consciousness, memory, they are traded. Switched.
So... Wait, hold on, wait, back up. Wait. If we're talking like this, then Shoko is the first one being murdered, which then means whoever was in Shoko's mind, so is it Shoko, or did the person beforehand transfer? Is this the original Cyclops killer?
I don't know where it started. But at some point, you got into Shoko's brain. Then, you got into Renju's. And got rid of Shoko's body. After Renju was Iris.
Sorry about the ice sound. I have sody pop.
You strangled Renju using Iris. After that, into So, who you used to kill Iris and Ota at the cult storage warehouse.
So Iris was an Iris at the point. So Renju's mind was in Shoko, then Iris is in Renju, and
Now, you're in Boss's body, inside her head.
excellent. I'm glad you finally understand.
I see.
You like that body because of the boobs, right?
If you know that much, then I have nothing left to hide. Yes, I am the culprit behind the new Cyclops serial killings. I guess you can call me the new Cyclops killer.
And keeps twitching her hands. The desk in the middle of the room. The pipe to the side of the room. The camera used for interrogation. The mirror. Hey, look, I can move my head in there. Okay. Who was inside of Iris during the interrogation Sunday?
That was me.
You imitate her well. From the way you talked and your body language, it was like the real Iris. Earlier, too, you almost had me fooled. Your imitation of Boss was perfect.
Does they, like, study beforehand? Or what's going on with them?
Yes, there's a reason for that. Let me define some terms first. A person's memory and sense of self. Let's call that personality. It isn't quite the right word, but it'll suffice. Now, transferring that personality into someone else's brain, let's call that parasitism. The one transferring is the parasite. The one being transferred into is the host.
Okay, we got that.
Are you with me so far?
No, I don't understand the word you say.
Moving on. Even after the personality exchange is complete, the host's memory isn't completely lost. About 1% remains in the brain. So, a parasite could use that 1% to imitate the language and behavior of the host. That's how I knew about the warehouse and Sunfish Pocket, by the way. Thanks to Renju and Iris's remaining memories.
Who else was inside Iris? Or who was inside... wait.
I'm
Just
telling
did this.
you, it was me.
Those eyes.
Why are you making me repeat myself?
Because we wanted a
That
better
means the
Cleveland
Somnium
shot.
I entered on Sunday.
That's right. It was me.
How does he know about the original Cyclops killings? Because it's the original Cyclops killer? Whoa. Wait. That image mirrored is... he has his left eye.
What's going on here?
Give me the details.
Before I do, there's something I want to hear from you.
Who's your daddy and what does he do?
How did you know about the prototype sync machine? And not only that, you also seem to know what the sync machine is truly capable of.
Because I talked with the Power Ranger.
Why is that?
That's...
Regaining your memories, are you?
No. Mr. Green Dude guy. She really has her boobs hiked up right now. Or he, or she, he, it, shit,
Human
whatever she
memory
is.
is fractal. If you retain even a single piece of it, it's possible to recreate the whole thing. Pieces of memories are like roots that grow into every corner of the brain, gradually, slowly, taking its time. I imagine the same thing is happening in your brain right now.
A fractal is a figure with self-similarity.
Blah, 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 blah.
Allow me to explain.
I hate watching those, like, this zoomed in fractal thing. Things that recur over and over again as it, like, zooms in or whatever. It bugs me. I don't know why.
See this? Whichever fragment you cut, you will see a similar shape. The whole is made up of its similar parts. This is called a fractal figure. Memories in the brain are similar. That is what he is explaining.
So we're positive it's a he.
He is claiming that from a few pieces, you can rebuild the memory.
I knew about the prototype from regaining my memory. Is that right? No, that's not it.
Parallel worlds exist.
Who the hell are you?
Saito. Saito Sejima.
Wait. What? Wait. Wait, what? What? Wait. What?
Congressman Sejima's son.
What?
What?
I researched Saito thoroughly, but I cannot find any images of him on the internet.
What? What?
He is listed on the family register, but I cannot find any photographs.
What, has he been jumping bodies since a child?
Fine. I still have time.
What do you mean you still have time?
Time?
You'll see. So, where do you want me to start?
It's just past midnight on Tuesday. Shoko was killed on Friday. If we think that is day 1, today is day 5. What was Saito doing those days? I decided to ask him. Oh, I guess I have to ask him. Let's start with 1. Friday.
Like you guessed, my personality was in Shoko, Renju's ex-wife. That made calling Renju easy. I need to talk to you about something. He came over without question. I think it was around 4 p.m. I had him meet me at the chemical plant. I made Renju go to sleep.
Sleepy night-night?
Synced, switched personalities, and then stabbed Shoko's discarded body with an ice pick.
So wait, discarded body, or did that have Renju's mind in it? And I say that.
I took
Discarded
Shoko to
body.
Bloom Park by car, using the old abandoned subway line. Must have been around 8 p.m. by the time I was finished. I tied up Shoko to one of the merry-go-round horses. After that, I used Renju's phone to send a Nile message to Mizuki.
And you crammed it down the horse's throat. Mizuki, Daddy got caught up in something serious.
Then, I just waited for Mizuki to arrive.
What about Saturday?
Until next Saturday evening, my personality was inside Renju.
Seriously, it felt like this happened over like a period of weeks, not a period of days.
My next target was Iris. I knew she would be suspicious if I asked her to come to Kawasaki, so I asked her to come to Sunfish Pocket first. I called her a little before 5 p.m., and she arrived just after 6. I greeted her, then convinced her to come with me. That's when Ota saw us. Anyway, I put her in the car, then headed to the chemical plant.
This is just...
On the way, I made her take a sleeping pill.
How did you make her take one?
I knew she might run once she saw where we were going. It was around 7 p.m. when I got there, and I wasted no time switching bodies. After getting Iris's body, I used a rolled-up apron to strangle Renju to death. Then I put his body in an empty oil drum I'd prepared earlier. I put that in the trunk of the car, then headed to Sunfish Pocket. But then, something I didn't anticipate happened. Waiting for the signal in Akiba, someone knocked on the window of the car. It was Ota.
I'm just... kind of confused.
He asked me something about being able to drive. He was surprised, to say the least. I didn't have time to waste on him. But I couldn't risk him finding the oil drum in the trunk. Plus, if word got around that Renji's car was spotted driving around Akiba, that would foil my plans. So, I came up with a lie. I told him that I didn't have a license, so he had to keep it a secret.
I swear, this feels like each of these things happened like over a week. And like this person's been living their life for that long.
That's what that thing referred to in Ota's Nile messages, by the way. And just like that, I managed to escape a bad situation and headed to Sunfish Pocket as planned. The rest went exactly as you already figured out.
But... What about day 3?
Sunday morning, I had a recording or some such thing scheduled. Oh, I am of course referring to Iris. I didn't want to draw suspicion, so I decided to attend. I went to Lemniscate and performed my job. And when I left... To be honest, I was a little surprised. Just the previous night, I was a parasite in the body of Renju.
How did this all begin?
I didn't think Ota had seen me. So, of course, I didn't expect to see you there so soon. You were on to me, but there was nothing I could do about that. If I ran, it would only increase your suspicion. So I decided to play my role. The interrogation began around 8:20 p.m., is that right? Then you synced into my mind. But you didn't get what you were looking for, did you? As a result, you had no choice but to release me. I didn't want to go home right away. I knew there might be police waiting for me. That would make it difficult to sneak out at night. And that would put my plan in jeopardy. So I asked you to take me to Marble. I tried to find an opportunity to run, but then another unexpected event occurred.
That is something I'm curious about. Isn't this where, those guys attacked?
I got a Nile message.
No, that's from the other
Ota.
timeline. God damn, I'm mixing up these timelines now.
I knew I could use him. So I told him I needed his help and to meet me at Marble. He did as I instructed him to do. After that, I got into the van with Ota. But because his presence was unnecessary, I asked him to stop at a convenience store to buy me something to drink. When he was gone, I took his car and drove to my parents' house where I used to live.
What?
Yes, the Sejima residence. Of course, I knew I couldn't just walk up and ring the doorbell. Hello, Father, it's been a long time. I was also in Iris's body at the time. But I thought I could use that to my advantage. So I pushed on the intercom and sure enough, my dad invited me inside. I told him this. I want you to come with me. There's something I need to show you. He was quiet for a while, but eventually agreed and got into the van with me. We arrived at the prototype sync machine around 11:50 p.m. By the time I was in the body of Sosajima, it was a new day. This was yesterday, early Monday morning, past midnight. In my new body, I drugged Iris, put her in the van, and drove to a new location. Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse. I arrived around 1, then prepared for the show for a couple hours. Of course, when I say show, I mean dismembering Iris. Because of the temperature in the warehouse, it took longer than I expected to prepare, but... well, you saw it in the video. Of course, I didn't anticipate Ota would show up. What does that make it? 3 times that brat has showed up unexpectedly?
And here Aya was accusing him at one point.
That annoyed me to no end, and I took that out on him.
And you didn't take his eye either.
Dressing him up in the polar bear was an impromptu plan on my part. I didn't mean to make you think he was the killer. I just wanted to throw a wrench into the investigation. Didn't matter if you found out or not. This all happened Monday morning. I left the warehouse around 3:30 a.m.
You've been a busy little asshole. Holy shit.
There isn't much to talk about on Monday. Before noon, I used my old man's body to call this one Boss. You might not know this, but she and my father go back about 6 years. The two shared a terrible secret. Hinting at that was enough to get the boss to come running to me immediately. I injected her with a sedative, then brought her body to the chemical plant. I synced with her, exchanged our bodies.
So, he is literally just wanting to kill people. He's not doing it to, like, get away or take over their lives. He's literally just using it to get from one person to the next.
And after blowing my father's brains out, I cut his body into pieces. I stuffed the meat into a vase I'd brought earlier, then drove back to my house.
Made sure to clean that up, didn't you? Saito spoke with grace and no sign of remorse. I was trying to keep my anger from boiling over and kept asking him questions. Why did you take your victims' eyes? Why did you display the bodies? Why didn't the sink victims resist after waking?
Ah, the prototype sync machine has a special feature. It administers a strong dose of sedatives to the original body, and a stimulant to the host after a sync.
Oh, that's crappy.
That kept them docile.
I'm gonna ask that last. I've got to. Why did you display the bodies the way you did? That
To
face.
harass you. I wanted to bring out the hatred in you.
What, was I the original Cyclops killer? And you were wanting to remind me of this, or what?
That's why I called Mizuki to Bloom Park. That's why I streamed Iris's murder. Because they were important to you, weren't they?
What the
I wanted you to
fuck?
feel cornered, trapped. I wanted to punish you, Kaname Date.
Kaname? Why did you take out their eyes?
You know all about the prototype sync machine, don't you? That should explain it.
What? I knew. The prototype sync machine differed from the Abyss one in a few key ways. The Abyss machine at Abyss is more sophisticated. Nano cables from the sync gear enter through the gap between the eyeball and the socket. And then they travel down the optic nerve to the canal of the brain. But the prototype sync machine isn't so advanced. To perform a sync, you need to remove the left eye? Does that mean does that, because I'm missing my left eye, so did mine get what? Manually. The subject and the sinker have to remove their eye from the socket. Subject and the sinker. But the subject and the sinker both have to remove their left eye. So you removed the left eye from the previous victim in order to make it so the new person doesn't lose their eye. No, wait. Why is the cables cannot enter the brain? course, even with the eye removed, severing the connection to the brain isn't necessary. What? The extracted eyeball still has the optic nerve and blood vessels connected. After a sync, the eye is supposed to be replaced back in the socket. It's supposed to be safe. Side effects are rare. Unless the nerve or blood vessels are damaged somehow, replacing the eyeball isn't too difficult.
Of course, I don't really care about eyes. I don't need them. All I cared about was exchanging bodies with the sink. And for that, I needed to remove the left eye.
Why didn't you just put the eyes back when you were done?
That's obvious. Once I was finished transferring into a new body, the old one was of no concern to me. Why would I bother replacing the eye? I was just going to get rid of it anyway.
Where are the eyeballs that you removed?
Shoko's is in Renju. Renju's is in Iris. Iris's is in Dad.
Wait, what do you mean? Like cram it down their throat? Wait,
Dad's is in Boss.
wait. Ugh. Wait, did you eat it?
Their stomachs, I mean.
You ate the eyeball.
You sick bastard.
Yes, I ate them. Immediately after exchanging personalities.
How horrible.
Why? Yeah, what's your motive for this? Just
Homicide
killing?
is my hobby. I have a tenacity for it, what can I say? Of course, it was also necessary to make sure people kept their mouths shut. If I took over someone's body, they would know about my crimes. I couldn't risk them reporting me, so I killed them. It was also a matter of revenge. Against you.
Why me?
It's personal. That's why I chose people close to you as targets. Well, except for my father, of course. That was personal to me, but don't ask. It's embarrassing.
But revenge against me? But why?
This series of murders was like a journey for me. You know, traveling through bodies to finally reach the end.
And you're delaying for time, why?
That's the thing about traveling. You always wind up in the same place, don't you? Where do you think that is? Your home.
What?
A trip is only complete once you return home.
Wait, are you trying to get back into your old body? Wait!
The same
Am I
goes
your
for me.
buddy? No. No. No.
When I return home, my travels will come to an end. So I'll be needing it back. My body.
No.
What?
You stole my body. You took it from me 6 years ago. That's why I want revenge.
What are you talking about?
You have no idea what it was like inside my own head. I miss it. I miss my brain, Date.
You know what? Fuck you. It's mine now.
No matter how many people I killed, it never worked. I never felt happy. I feel miserable.
And you should.
You mean?
He was born with a brain dysfunction. Due to damage to the posterior pituitary gland, he was unable to properly secrete oxytocin.
Oh, that's right. My old body. How are you finding it, Date?
I mean, I've been playing with your penis. That's kind of creepy, being my penis. His body is yours?
That's what I've been telling you!
But I don't have the same oxytocin deficiency you did.
That is because I regularly supplement it. They must have increased your dosage too much.
No, but
That would mean that they knew?
the person who had this disorder was number 89, the original Cyclops killer.
No, he wasn't the original Cyclops killer, was he?
That is what I believed as well, but we must have misunderstood. Pewter did not specify who exactly was imprisoned, only that one of the original culprits responsible was currently in prison.
That's strange. That would mean number 89 is the previous chairman, Rohan.
What?
That must be it. Rohan is a parasite inside number 89's brain.
Wait. What? So this guy's in this guy's brain, and this guy supposedly killed himself. So it jumped and jumped and
Pewter
jumped?
must
What?
have known that.
No way.
I was confused. I didn't understand any of it.
Let us determine the specifics using Saito as our starting point.
Okay.
Whose brain was he in before Boss?
So Sejima.
And before So?
Iris. And before that, Renju. And before that, Shoko.
And before Shoko?
Rohan.
I was a parasite inside Rohan's brain 6 years ago until last year. I'd lost most of my memories. I was a shell of a man. They housed me in a special hospital, but I still had those fragments of my mind left, just as I explained earlier. From a single piece, you can recreate the whole. I took my time, slowly regaining my memories. 1 year ago, I remembered everything. I left the hospital and immediately sought out Shoko Nadami. I got her body, and she was in Rohan's. When she saw herself in the mirror, she lost her mind. She was confused, panicking, running up the emergency staircase, and then...
That's why Rohan committed suicide.
After that, I spent a year perfecting my plan, using Shoko's body. I spied on you all this time. That's why I know everything about you. In there, in that body you are operating right now, in that skull, my personality lived there.
Wait, hold on. If what you're saying is true, what about my personality?
Generated out of nowhere, apparently.
It was in Rohan.
Wait. Wait. So I'm Rohan?
I'm not Rohan!
Correct. It is just as he explained earlier. Number 89 was in Rohan's body.
So I'm number 89?
In other words,
That's... my real...
What?
Sorry, but time's up. I want my body back. It's quite simple. Sync with me and stay inside my mind for more than 6 minutes.
And if I refuse?
I know that you won't. I know it.
Huh?
Because you want this body?
Date, look! This is streaming live!
Mizuki, don't tell me. Oh, it's a Tomy. Shit. God damn it.
Damn you!
If you give me back my body, I will give you the location. Oh, and of course, it isn't the chemical plant in the Kawasaki district.
Iba, where's the source?
It is being routed through numerous IPs. I cannot identify the source.
Pewter, contact headquarters, now!
Got it!
Now, what will you do?
If I give you back this body, you're just gonna keep going on killing people.
Will you agree to my request?
Well, if you stay in that body, you can't kill anyone else, but then Hitomi dies. You know what? Just in case it's gonna make me have options here, I'm going to save. I've left the game on. Yeah, I left the game on for 17 hours. Whoa, wait, does it max out at 99 hours? Because I know I haven't been playing it that long. I won't do it.
Date, I'm hurt. Don't you care about what happens to her?
I won't do it!
Do you understand the gravity of this situation?
Reminds me of a guy from Overwatch.
A
Can't even remember his
bomb
name.
is strapped to her body.
It looks more like 9/6 of dynamite. Nope.
You're too stubborn. Or maybe you're just cold-hearted.
I don't want you to escape.
You want to see what will happen? Her flesh burns and tears and scatters.
Well, that would only be for like an instant. And I don't think the refresh rate of this monitor here is going to be that great.
If you aren't quick, you'll see the whole thing. You know I'm not bluffing, don't you?
Just close the laptop. I'm not going to do it. I didn't agree no matter how many times he demanded it of me. I refused again and again. Yes, I did. And now it's going to end and I'm going to have to redo it. That seemed really well photoshopped. And when I saw it, I understood. Boss's body rolled into the corner of the room. I didn't want to think anymore. Anything. Nothing. I closed my eyes and ran my palm across my face. I could taste blood. What? Bad end. I don't get what happened at that last part. Glad I saved beforehand. Sure, but we're gonna save in a different location for the first time ever. Just in case. Oh, shit. I guess hopefully it doesn't make me go through all that again. Oh, come on. I don't want to go through it again. Nope. Whoosh. 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 Okay, now let me make the other decision. I knew that, you know, saying no was the bad decision, but I wanted to know what happened.
Date!
See? I knew you wouldn't refuse. I know you well, don't I, Date?
I want to punch him in the face. Boss is dead. It's pretty obvious now Boss is dead. So I still want to punch him in the face. If I can figure shit out within... Oh, shit. It just happens.
I did it. I did it. I'm back. I got it all back.
Hey, where's Hitomi?
All right. I'll tell you as promised. Boss's house. However, it might be too late by now.
What?
It was recorded. Don't tell me it was just recorded. Oh, fuck you!
Why?
Return my body and I'll tell you the location.
Didn't say anything about surviving,
That's what I
right?
said. I didn't lie. I kept my promise.
See, what?
You bastard!
You're the one who injured that body. It's your own fault, really.
Damn it.
Be seeing you.
No. No, Aiba, jump out of his head! Oh! Wait! Aiba can self-destruct! Aiba could blow his head up!
Date, are you alright?
Aiba's voice barely resonated. My eyesight was hazy, a heap of broken images. Sweat was building on my palms. It felt like my throat was closing up and I was struggling to to one's breatheth. In my ears, the rushing blood of my heartbeat was the only sound.
Everyone's dead.
Shoko, Renju, Iris, Ota, Hitomi, Boss. The flesh remains. The mind is lost.
I couldn't do anything. Saito had me right where he wanted me. Nothing. Nothing.
Parallel worlds exist.
I mean, that's true. Now that I think about it, yes, it's true. We're going through fucking parallel worlds. The words suddenly echoed in my head. I couldn't remember who, or where, or why. Oh, that is from the other, like, this is the world here, and this was where that was said, or there, or something, wherever that flowchart thing is. But I thought if there really was such a world, then me in that world, I is another.
Could I have had a better future?
Depends on how you look at it. I prayed that I could. Felt my consciousness sink into a black abyss. Aiba, kill him. Not just tase him. Bad end again. Let's see. Something else unlocked? Annihilation route. End. Where everybody died. Absolutely, I'd want to save. Wow. Well, obviously I'm going to call it here. My brain's gone. You know what to do if you want to do it, and I'll catch you all in the next episode of the Somnium Files.